Mr. Brian, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab. Hey, I just got your email about the back foot sideways, and you've been definitely putting in some work trying to figure out this thing and still a little confused. And so I just wanted to bring up a few videos of Cano, and what you have to look at is you have to look at the pitcher's view, or over top view would be cool. Back view, behind him, like behind umpire's view, would be good, but side on view, chest on view is kind of tough to really see what the back foot is doing. Here's a video of Cano. This is, I think, 2013, him pulling maybe a slider or something like that. He's pulling this to right field, and what I want you to look at is the back foot in this position. So from this to this, we're missing a few frames on this video, but you can see where the back foot is, the shoelace is pointing almost slightly to our right of the pitcher. And then what you'll see in this frame, oh, actually one more frame, that's the frame most of the hitters that I see, the young hitters, are at impact. They're over rotating the pelvis. And we're going to see a back or a top view, which is really, really good. You can really see this. He's actually hitting the other way. It's a different pitch, but you can see in this, you can see where his foot is lagging behind. It is not in this position at impact. You see that far after impact. So during the follow through, and that's him just basically trying to balance and get back to going. But what we're trying to see is we're trying to get the pelvis to be perpendicular to impact, not perpendicular to the pitcher. Now, if we look at this by Pastime Athletics, this is him hitting one the other way. So yes, he's going to be much more sideways this time than he would be on a pitch inside. But it gives a good illustration to having the pelvis perpendicular to impact. Okay, so he's hitting that ball out this way. I don't know what speed, or we know this ball's right over the outside corner of the plate. We don't know height or speed or anything like that. But we can see the back foot. Watch the back foot. It's really not even doing much until about right here. You can see the knee and the back foot are aligned at impact. Okay, you can see if I drew a line through his pelvis this way, and then through impact, you're going to see, this is an odd angle to be at, but you can see that there's this perpendicular line to impact. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to line up the pelvis to impact. And if you look at his pelvis and where it rotates, it'll rotate to about right here, and then it's going to stop rotating until he finishes. He turns that back foot over, but still even the pelvis doesn't rotate. He's still staying perpendicular to impact. Now here's the last one. He's getting a base knock to the opposite field. Again, another opposite field one, but my point is that most coaches that teach hips, is that they teach to get the hips fully rotated to the pitcher, so belly button facing the pitcher on every swing. So whether the ball's outside, inside, down the middle, the hips have to get to a certain point, and that's just not what we're seeing here. He's not even rotating the foot. He's barely rotating the foot here. Ball he's hitting the other way. His ball's about an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, I think, on the outside corner. He's not barely rotating his hips at all, or his back foot at all. Sorry, not the hips, back foot. So you can see that with coaches, and then you'll see him as he finishes, that foot pulls over and he's catching his balance and getting on the run. But most coaches, my whole point is that they teach to open the hips on every single pitch, and that's just not what we see. We want to make sure that our hitters are lining up. Their pelvis is perpendicular to impact, not perpendicular to the pitcher when we're doing this. So Brian, I hope this, not to throw you under the bus or anything, I hope that's not what you felt this was. Just trying to clear some things up, because your sentiments are, I'm hearing this from other readers as well. It is a little bit confusing. It is something a little new. So hopefully this video can help with that. Before I let you go,
the Hitting Performance Lab wants to know, did you know that reducing ground balls and swing and miss strikeouts has less to do with hand path and more to do with knee action? Have you ever heard, finish taller? To drive the ball, you have to uppercut. Well, we created a free video revealing the results of a scientific study that showed a reduction in ground balls of 27% and an increase in productive balls in the air of 24% over 200 swings without messing with hand path. Click here now to get the video while it's still free.